Hello and welcome to Tengi Talks TV and Movies. I'm Tengi and today I'm continuing with my series of weird, short, silent movies with The Haunted Hotel from 1907. Now this is a 5-minute silent comedy fantasy film directed by J Stuart Blackton, and this one was made in America. Now, from what I understand, there is another film called The Haunted House by Segundo de Chamon made in 1908 that I think might be a direct rip-off of this movie. The Haunted Hotel is one of the earliest surviving films that uses animation in the sense of using stop motion and techniques like that. I'm really curious to see this one, and I do want to sort of compare it to The Haunted House. I think this is a pretty pioneering film in terms of what its special effects are doing, and I understand that it was quite the sensation when it was first released. Let's check out The Haunted Hotel.
Oh! What the hell? Oh my god. Susan, no. No!
That's very cute. Oh, look at that. What is that, a witch? Fantastic. Oh, I see. So this is like the stop motion aspect of it. Oh, more witches. Oh, they're using some lightning effects. Very cool. Oh, wow. Rain. Oh. That hotel is really haunted. That's quite severe. From what I've seen so far, the Segundo de Chamon Haunted House movie is pretty much a total rip-off of this. Oh. Yet he's not leaving, is he? I'd be leaving, I think, if I was in this hotel. I love the vaudeville feeling of this. You can't just walk out, he's got to do a big circle. Here we go. Stop motion. Uh-huh. Very cool. This scene is completely ripped off in the haunted house. I know it's not cool to rip off other filmmakers, but I think I would have to say, oh okay. I was going to say the Segundo de Chamon version. The stop motion is maybe a little bit more sophisticated. But his one does not have a strange clown, pixie, demon smoking a pipe. That is great. He's just been sitting there watching this. That makeup is crazy. Oh, wow. This would work on a stage. A lot of this seems like, stage tricks. Oh, that's got to come to life, surely. What? What was that? Oh, here we go. Why is he staying there? Why doesn't he just leave? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Another scene that's directly ripped off in the Segundo de Chamon Haunted House movie. It is a horror comedy, I guess I would say, more than a comedy. Uh-oh. Oh. What is this? Who is it? Oh, okay. That's it. Wow, what a bombshell ending. I found watching this really interesting because when I watched The Haunted House, prior to watching this, I had no idea that it was ripped off from another movie. And while, of course, I don't condone, a filmmaker stealing someone else's idea and ripping it off so directly as Segundo de Chamon did in The Haunted House, I have to say, on balance, I think Segundo de Chamon does it in a perhaps slightly more sophisticated way. His take on the same material, I think, is perhaps slightly more refined and even perhaps a little bit more interesting, especially the bit at the end. In this one, it just stops when the crazy giant figure appears behind the bed. In The Haunted House, the action continues, and I think that makes it even more interesting. However, regardless of all that, we must stop and admire this film because this is the one that pioneered all those stop motion effects. Segundo de Chamon might have tried to steal the glory of this filmmaker, but this is the one who put in all the work to try and get these special effects sequences right. I feel really torn saying this because I don't like to praise the copy, the rip-off, while saying the original is not as good, but I guess you couldn't have one without the other. I just looked up J Stuart Blackton and he is considered one of the founding fathers of animation in America, so I think he deserves huge respect for the amazing special effects and animation techniques that he used and developed in this movie. Interesting also, I mentioned while watching this that it had the feel of kind of stage magic at times, and apparently J Stuart Blackton did work with a stage conjurer in a stage act at night. So I guess that's where that influence comes from. It's not great that other filmmakers stole Blackton's techniques and his ideas in their films, but I guess that shows what a massive influence he had at the time with these pioneering works. Interesting also that we're seeing here again that link between the world of vaudeville, of the theatre, and the early films. And I think it's great there was that continuity of one sort of bleeding and blending into the other. If you've enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.